Turtle Watchers by Linda Hogan. So I know I'm reading a poem, and I also know that with poems, I should read each poem at least twice. The first time to kind of get the rhythm of the poem, kind of look at some of the way that it's built, the structure, and then the second time to really dive into the meaning. So here I go with my first read. Old Mother at water's edge used to bow down to them, the turtles coming in from the sea, their many eggs, their eyes streaming water like tears. And I'd see it all. Old Mother, as if in prayer, the turtles called back to where they were born, the hungry watcher standing at the edge of trees, hoping for food when darkness gathers. Years later, swimming in murky waters, a sea turtle swam beside me, both of us watching, as if clasped together. In the lineage of the same world, in the sweep of the same current, even rising for a breath of air at the same time, still watching. My ancestors call them the keeper of doors, and the shore a realm to other worlds. Both ways and water moves the deep shift of life, back to birth and before, as if there is a path where beings truly meet, as if I am rounding the human corners. Okay, so I noticed that this has no rhyme scheme. I also noticed that there's kind of no rhythm, like it feels as though I'm just kind of speaking while I'm reading it. So think to yourself, what type of poem might that be? I'm going to write it down and let's see if this is the poem that you are thinking. Is that what you were thinking? Free verse? All right, yeah, remember free verse has no rules. There's no rhyme scheme, there's no rhythm. The other thing that I noticed was some figurative language. So I noticed that their eyes were streaming water like tears. So we've got a simile. I'm just going to do S because I'm on my laptop and it's kind of hard to write. And then it said, Old Mother as if in prayer. So another simile. So she's bowing down to them and they're comparing it to prayer. And then this might bring you back to the video that you just watched. They said, the hungry watchers. So I would say that's a metaphor because who do you think the hungry watchers are? Well, it was all those predators that were picking off the little baby turtles. And then the speaker says, a sea turtle swam beside me, both of us watching as if clasped together. So as though they're kind of like connected together. So again, simile, as if clasped together. So we've got like, as. And then down here we have the sweep of the same current, the same world. So that would be alliteration. They said that the shore was a realm to other worlds. So like a portal almost into another world. So that would be a metaphor comparing the shore to a portal to another world. Both ways and water. Alliteration. Back to birth and before. Another alliteration. Okay, and then I also noticed I was looking to see how many stanzas there are. And remember, a stanza is like a paragraph of a poem. And it's kind of hard to see because there's a space here, and then no other space. So maybe I would say 1, 2, 3 stanzas. But again, it doesn't seem like that's really purposeful. Okay, so the second time I'm going to read it again and I'm trying to figure out what is the speaker saying. Old Mother at water's edge used to bow down to them, the turtles coming in from the sea, their many eggs, their eyes streaming water like tears, and I'd see it all. Old Mother, as if in prayer, the turtles called back to where they were born, the hungry watchers standing at the edge of trees, hoping for food when darkness gathers. Okay, so I'm thinking about the video that we watched, and I am thinking also about what the hold on, let me try this again. Okay. I'm also thinking about the video and then the predators and why these turtles were even there in the first place, which was to lay their eggs. So when it says old mother at water's edge used to bow down to them, I think old mother is kind of like a grandmother. So the grandmother is watching the turtles come in to lay their eggs and then kind of like praying to them, so showing respect, and then seeing all these predators that are hoping to get some of those eggs. So I'm just going to put grandmother, respecting the process of the turtles laying their eggs. So I feel like that's what that stance is about. And then it switches and says, years later, swimming in waters, a sea turtle swam beside me, both of us watching as if clasped together, in the lineage of the same world, in the sweep of the same current, even rising for a breath of air at the same time, still watching. So I think the speaker was swimming and actually encountered a sea turtle, and they made some kind of connection. She felt kind of like we're a part of the same process, the same world, we're experiencing the same thing. So I'm going to say that this is the speaker having an experience / connection with the turtle. So now I'm down here. My ancestors call them the keepers of doors. So the turtles are keepers of doors, and the shore a realm to other worlds. Both ways and water moves the deep shift of life, back to birth and before, as if there is a path where beings truly meet, as if I am rounding the human corners. Okay, so I'm thinking the speaker is thinking of turtles as like a connection to another world, back to birth and before the deep shift of life. So I'm thinking that the speaker thinks turtles are like our connection to the past. And the reason that I'm thinking this is you may have talked about this at the beginning of class about what you know about turtles. They are one of the most ancient animals that we have still on Earth. They've been around for centuries, thousands of years. So they really kind of are a connection to our deep past. So here I'm going to put all right, so now that I've analyzed the whole poem, now I'm thinking, what am I supposed to learn from this? And I know that a lot of times the theme is revealed at the end of a story. So I'm going to look at the end of this poem. And this is all about our connection to the past, a connection to our ancestors. And I'm thinking, what does the speaker, Linda Hogan, want us to take away from this? And how could I connect this to world, the world we live in or to other stories. So I'm thinking this section gives me a really good clue to the theme. Let's see if what I was thinking is similar to what you were thinking. I know this is kind of hard to see, but I feel like that what we're supposed to take away from this is nature is our connection to the past, and it deserves our respect and admiration for that reason. All right, so now what you're going to do is follow the directions up on the screen. Make sure you have these annotations, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.